Hey everybody, Adam Savage in my cave with a dinosaur. We're continuing the dinosaur build. This is my friend Victor Broadley.
Hello,
sir. Victor works at Legacy Effects. You are an you are a machinist.
Yeah, less so these days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you work on animatronics at Legacy as your bread and butter right now.
Correct. Yeah.
So you've been at Legacy for 3 or 4 years?
It will be 3 years in July. Animatronics. I'm coming up on my birthday for animatronics. So it'll be March this year. Will be 4 years
of doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you step into a shop like Legacy, and I'm sure every shop I know has its own sort of way of doing things. Because I know you and we've been talking about it. Can you talk a little bit about the philosophy you learned from Legacy around thinking about animatronics?
Yeah, well, the great thing about working at Legacy is you are working at a shop that has the legacy of Stan Winston's studio that you're able to draw upon.
You go almost to the beginning of animatronics in film.
Yeah, so you can, there's a lot of institutional knowledge that's still, I worked with a guy who, built the Dilophosaurus for Jurassic Park 1.
Right.
He knows a thing or two.
Dude. And I just was hearing that a young Stan Winston did the animatronics on Chewbacca's family for the Star Wars Christmas special.
Fantastic.
I know. So it's a tremendous amount of institutional knowledge there.
Yeah. And just a great crew. Also people who don't gatekeep. They'll just. So
it's a sharing economy.
It's huge. The mechanical department at Legacy is hugely share and share alike, and
I'm so gratified to hear that. That ILM was like that.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
So I'm hoping to benefit here in the cave from some of that institutional knowledge, because as you might have seen the video in which I screwed the pooch on trying to get her jaw to work.
Yep.
But that is, I would like her to be able to speak, and that's what I'm hoping to achieve here.
We can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to do it all mechanically. I think I may do the eyes electronically, but I want the jaw to be mechanical.
Great.
And she's got a tongue. She's got flexible teeth for biting children. So I think, I'm guessing that the place we start is we'll take this apart and just start making some drawings and talk about plan of attack.
Absolutely.
Dude, I'm so excited you're here. I had to admit to myself that like different disciplines can be like, sometimes you're good at this and sometimes you're bad at this. And I have to admit, cable-driven energy transfer, I'm not great at it.
It's easier than you think. Walk me through how you were doing it before, and then we'll just make changes.
Amazing. Dude,
yeah.
Let's get started.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we are. Oh, right. And this was my solution I realized that the placement of the jaw, the head, was really needed to be somewhat adjustable, like
sliding this back and
so
forth.
I did it this way using these
awesome
aluminum rods, and that just felt like a really nice, easy way to
I love that.
Have that happen. I tried grinding away inside this guy.
Yeah.
I didn't make it as much lighter than I like. I don't know how I can save any weight out of this.
Yeah, exactly. The ideal would be if you had a skin and then you could just go in here and just blast holes through everything, but we can't do that. Luckily, it's hinged here.
Mm-hmm.
That means we don't have to drill through, and you don't have to hide any screws.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With paint. So that's great. So we just have to focus on that.
Oh, I got the Allen right on the first try.
Nice.
When does that ever happen?
When does that ever happen on camera, too?
Right. Definitely never on camera. Oh. Isn't she beautiful? All right, there you see.
Yeah, you weren't wrong, right? Yeah, we're gonna do pulleys and pulley blocks.
Right.
I think we want a bigger pulley. I think we want more mechanical advantage.
I have a bin full of shoulder bolts.
Great. Yeah.
Do you think we should do 2 pulleys, one on either side?
We could. Yeah, and then I have some tensioners, some inline tensioners, and so you'll kind of tune the tension on each one so that it's.
The tuning the tension is I'm really looking forward to getting to understand that.
Yeah. Just so you're not fighting, but I think 2 will also make it easier. It's a heavy jaw. I think 2 will make it easier. It'll also even out the forces on the jaw, so you're not just flopping one side out.
Terrific. And then what I did on this was, in order to attach to the bearing, you can see I did a press fit, a 1,000th interference fit between aluminum and the bearing, and then screwed into the top of that.
Yeah.
So for clarity, this sandwich that I did, that struck me as a very reasonable way to get a pocketed flat surface.
Yeah, it's great. Having the pulley fully enclosed will make it hard to cable. Because then you have to have it on there and then pull tension and then sort of drop it in.
Gotcha.
So we'll probably do a split.
Okay.
But that's going to make it easy for making two, because we're going to have a rectangle, we're going to put a hole in it, and then we're going to bandsaw it in half. And now we've got 2 pulley blocks.
Amazing.
Yeah. But the sandwich is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to choose a size.
We're going to do a bigger size. Yeah. I think that's just going to hurt your wrists.
So what do you think? We're like, I mean, that one's about an inch.
Is that 1 inch? I would say at least 2 inches.
All right.
But whatever will fit, right?
2 inches, I think, will still quite easily fit.
I think
Where'd
so
the
too.
lower jaw go?
Yeah.
I mean, we have. Yeah. I really feel like there's plenty of room in here. Actually,
let's do 2 inches.
Yeah, I feel like 2 inches there is easily hideable.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Probably do screws on the drive side. On this side, you're going to want cable stops.
I have cable stops galore.
Great. So we'll run cable up into the pulley and we'll crimp a stop on it.
Oh, and so then there'll be a place in the wheel that you tuck it into.
Terrific. Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to do there's some milling and some lathing.
Yeah, so we'll turn the pulleys. And then I don't know if you have a 2-inch annular cutter or something like that, but we can make short work of this machining.
say the word. There you go.
Perfect. It's gonna make things go much faster. So yeah, I mean, we could machine a block, or we could just rip a piece of aluminum plate.
Yeah, let's do that.
That goes through it.
I mean, let's do that. That's easier than machining a nice flat bottom.
Easier, and it's not necessary. It's like put the energy where it needs to be.
Do you want to mess with this part while I machine? I'm going to just take a block and get the sizes right and then cut 2 pulleys out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm looking for an interference press fit with this. And then you'll tell me on the outside of the pulley wheel what that looks like. Yeah,
and you'll just use a parting tool probably, and we'll just do a groove. The cable we have, I think, is about a 1/16 of an inch, so we'll go a little deeper than that.
Okay. Right, so it clears the outer.
Yeah, but so we'll have our bearing here, a plate, and then something like this, and then we'll end up drilling holes.
And that's the cable stop.
This is where the cable housing, exactly, will come through.
Gotcha, and that goes around the wheel.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And so then this goes into the pulley.
I'm very gratified that I'm not too far off. And honestly, I think this is from you texting me pictures of stuff.
Right. No, I think where things went awry, you were asking the housing to do too much, and the goldenrod is a little stiff. So the goldenrod is great for a push pull, where you're driving it and you want it to stay rigid, but we're doing a pull where we actually want it to be wrapped around the pulley, and we're doing this with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's just gonna be more flexible. The housing we have is like a motorcycle throttle housing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That should be fairly.
And so it'll take a lot of compressive force versus the goldenrod housing.
First things first, I'm gratified to know that I wasn't too far off the mark. Victor and I are going to build a pair of captured pulleys, one on either side of the jaw, to spread the load. And it's pretty straightforward. We're going to go with a 2-inch aluminum wheel press fit onto skateboard bearings, sitting on this beautiful thing, which is called a shoulder bolt, one of my favorite constructions. I'm about to turn the 2 pulleys, and Victor is working on the outer housing of these 2 things. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I love that at the end of this, she actually talks. I can't wait for her to actually have a voice. Cutting big stock like this is always a pain in the ass. It's always slightly problematic. In my whole history, nothing has been consistently better than the portable bandsaw. I could do this on a chop saw, but I am unwilling to devote enough bench space to have a chop saw sitting in my workshop. It's just one of the ways I feel about chop saws. Just another couple of minutes. My blade always wanders because I'm impatient and I push too hard. Almost. Ha! There we go. There you are. Yeah, that is the cut of an impatient man. Is there anything cooler than that? I love me my annular cutters. Distributing that cutting force across all those flutes, man. I'm a late convert to certain lathe operations being super slow. But you have so much more control with cutting stuff off on the lathe using a cutoff tool. Scariest operation on a lathe. Absolutely terrifies me. So I love going real slow for it. All right. So I'm looking to put these skateboard bearings inside these pulleys, and I want what's called an interference fit, which means that I want the hole in the pulley to be 1/1000th of an inch, or 25 microns, smaller than the bearing. And then I'll press them together, and 1/1000th won't deform this bearing. More than that, and you actually really can. But 1/1000 won't, which means this isn't precise enough. I'm going to break out my digital outside calipers. All right, we're going to try that. 0.865. .865 is my goal. I am currently at 8235. 82355. Yeah, that's right. So 865. Let's go to 84. Whew. 860 and 6/10. Wow. So I want 4,500. Yeah. I'm real close.
Nice.
Closer
for the bearings?
Closer than I want to be.
Close enough for a raptor jaw.
Exactly.
You're in. Oh, I'm in incremental already. All right, sweet. I'm not going to screw anything.
No. I don't have anything
Okay.
critically set. Okay. I did a lot of back and forth on this, and that is probably because of my inexperience. I am double checking and triple checking every time I'm coming off to make sure that I'm not adding too much. I'm literally trying to get something that is like 25 microns, and actually I think it's about 20 microns smaller than this. So it should be a really nice press fit that won't inhibit the bearing's ability to move. All right.
I'm about to blast this hole in our plates.
Great.
So that's what I need.
Yeah.
2.2, yeah, because we'll be 2.25.
Okay, great. So this is 2.25. Let's take a little bit off of this. So you've got, okay.
So I'm going to split that in half, and then I'm going to split it again here.
Split it in half this way.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that way.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
this way. Well, we could do it that way.
Well, because you need some meat for, oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so we put screws in here, and then our housing
whichever
goes
way you
through
want.
there.
So I'm going to make my wheels exactly this thick,
Yeah, great.
right?
Yeah.
Which
I
shouldn't
mean,
make any
no,
difference
they'll just
because they'll
sit.
sort of float.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. And here's a happy little slug.
I keep everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I do so much stock retrieval this
Yeah.
way. The reason I'm using the WD-40 is because if I let the aluminum or the cutting blade get too hot, steel and aluminum like to get together in a party they call galling, and it will melt together. And so it's funny. I cook a lot in my house, and one of the things that happens when you cook a lot is you get an intuition for temperature management. That becomes like this key moment in cooking where you understand temperature. And it's really similar in machining. Temperature management and the feel for it is also one of the efficiencies that make your machining better. All right, you can turn on the machine now. I should explain why I hate using the cutoff tool under any kind of speed, because you're putting this long, thin, hardened tool down a slot, and you go too fast or you get the parameters wrong, and you have immovable things with unbreakable things spinning at speeds that can both move and break them. Yeah. That's why I like to go slow. The failure modes of a lathe are not friendly.
Oh, Jesus. Nice.
I think that's exactly right for us.
Oh, that'll be perfect. I mean, do you want the cable?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this stuff is metric, so
Yeah.
it's going to be a weird number, but it's about a 16th.
55 thou.
There you go. Yeah. What is that, like 2 millimeters?
Yep.
Yeah.
2.05.
Yeah.
Yeah,
two plus manufacturing tolerance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's great. This is perfect
Sweet.
then. Okay. Hear that sound? Almost there. Right. I'm going to go right to here for a sec. All right. Ooh. The 2 pulleys are done. You're looking at the pretty side. That's the unpretty side. We'll never see that. We don't even have to show it. The next step is to press fit some of these skateboard bearings into here. But even before we do that, we have to determine the cable termination in this ring. So that's the next step. But I'm really happy with how these came out. Whew, I haven't pulled this guy out in a while. All right, so we'll drive from the non-hero side. Oh, that's what you want. That's exactly what you, oh, that was sweet business. Ha. All right. And the best.
All right, so we have our pulley block, cable coming through, and then our pulley. And then we'll have somewhere where the cable comes through, and then it gets, and then we crimp it, cable comes through, and then we crimp it. And that's just holding tight.
So then am I drilling a hole like from there to there and from there to there?
So you could do it that way, or like I said,
you drill into here,
you kind of make a divot, and then you just kind of, and then go straight in.
So first off, though, what I do is I make a pair of holes like here and here,
right? That
are my clearance for the crimping.
And you know, we could, I mean, yeah, we could do holes. They could also be like a pill. You know.
Oh, nice.
Like that.
Yeah.
A hole might be enough to do it, though.
No, I could do a pill. If I can have access to the mill.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I can finish up these.
I can fire up this mill too. This one
perfect.
actually works, and I can use its hand wheels.
Then, yeah, I think that would give us more room to hide, to tuck the crimp in.
So I'm going to drill 2 holes in each of these first, and then we'll talk about cable placement.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
cool.
Forward. Aye! Just the handles work differently than there.
Oh.
This screw is the opposite.
Reverse.
So I'm messing it up every time.
That's perilous.
Oh, for f***ing sake. I feel like that took longer than it should have, but it's done. And it's not, yeah, we're fine. We're like 2:30. Ooh, hot. Ah, that one's hot, but you can't tell.
I'm burying a body over here right now anyway.
Oh, you are? I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying no, I'm hiding a crime.
Oh, fair. Excellent. Good. Hiding crimes is excellent.
Yeah.
It's basically...
You kind of draw, you like think about if it was going to do... Well, I guess we could either come in here.
Oh, so what I've done on this first one,
yeah.
what I've done in the first one is the first one's coming in like this.
Great.
So I was just going to do the same thing on the second one.
Yeah, you just got to try. If you're crossing them, they got to be offset.
Totally.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Oh, they have to be offset.
Yeah, because otherwise they'll intersect with each other. But they don't have to cross. So
they don't?
Well...
Oh, I see.
We could widen the race and have them come like that. Have it like kind of use your same hole and come in here and come in here, and then they're crossing here instead of in the pulley.
Gotcha.
Maybe that's how.
Right. I mean, it's almost like I could just like flatten that out and then cross over.
Oh, it could totally be. Yeah, that could be flat. Yeah.
As long as it's not any flex. I forgot that they can't cross each other. Oh, I'm dumb.
Oh, trust me, I got a hole drilled in the wrong place that got plastic welded and then re-drilled.
Oh,
but then of course it biased toward the plastic weld and it's kicked out a little bit. It's going to be fine. It's a dino jaw. It's fine.
Excellent.
This is absolutely fixable.
Okay, so I can just start from the other side.
Also, you can just use the other side.
Yeah.
I just wraps around it. Yeah,
all right,
exactly.
let me work. I think I understand how this all works.
Yep.
Okay, great.
So we could widen.
We could widen the race.
We could widen the race
and
just make it like 1/8 inch.
I don't know how to hold this again.
Oh, F. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Or I take this onto the belt sander and I take it down there and one comes there and one comes there and they just cross over here. We don't need, there's nothing, all the stuff is down here.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do that.
Do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like that plan. Okay, so how am I going to do this? I'm a learning computer.
Yeah, it's always how do I keep moving forward without...
Yeah, exactly. I swear this is the longest I've ever taken to drill 4 or 5 holes. There we go. Whew. Again, relatively centered. Outstanding. All right, next one. Right.
So we could probably test fit one of those pulleys on this block, make sure before I drill all the holes.
Wait, say again?
We can probably bolt something together here just to make sure.
Yeah, I'm drilling one more hole.
Sweet.
And then these are ready for testing.
Sweet. We'll see if we actually met in the middle.
Oh, right. And also I have yet to drill out those crimps.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to cable anything up.
Okay.
But I'm just curious to see the fit of the pulley in the block.
Great.
Plus, actually think of how this is gonna mount onto our jaw mech right there.
Oh, excellent! Yeah. I'll be ready in just 2 minutes.
Where do I find the 832 hardware?
832 hardware is center rack, cap head, pin head, flat head, whatever is all here.
Awesome.
And they're all 2 through 8. 2 through 10. Here's what these wheels actually are. These are going to be mounted on either side of the dino's jaw. And each one will have a cable coming out this way and out that way. And basically, it'll be part of a system where the cable can open the jaw and close the jaw. And the reason we're going with 2 is because we're balancing the load. If we had just one, then it's trying to pivot the whole jaw off this one thing, and we get better mechanical advantage if we're trying to do it off of both. I think that's the theory. And so I've just made the 2 pulleys that will capture the cables on the jaw end of this equation. In theory, I have made them. In practice, we'll have to see. Amazing. And there's like plenty to clamp on, attach it to our dino.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's what I want to see
Right,
because
right,
maybe
right.
I won't make the other one out of. I was gonna do it and then split it,
Right.
but so the thing we have to attach to is we probably. I mean, and then this
And so then the question
is how does this mount to?
well,
this?
I think this mounts to this. We can mill away what's here,
Mhm.
right? I feel like it's that we're drilling.
We bolt the subplate to the thing.
Yeah, we
and then
bolt the subplate to that.
Put the pulley block on the plate. Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's just, yeah, I can remove this entire plate.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Jaw pivot. 0.75. The center of your pivot.
Yep.
Is on this line,
mm-hmm.
which is 0.9 above that bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 0.8 this way from the center line.
Okay.
So I'm figuring we drill two, like, I choose a periodicity of the two holes
mm-hmm.
down this way. Maybe it's 1 inch exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like we can get away with that.
Yep.
And like a number 1032 in here, actually 1024 because I like coarse thread and aluminum.
Yeah, sounds good.
So I'll drill two holes 1 inch apart, and all you have to do is from your pivot, drill two holes 1 inch apart, centered on that 0.8 inches that way.
Great. 0.8 inches.
So if this is your center,
yep.
If that's your center, you're drilling two holes 1 inch apart, 0.8 inches between that line and that line.
Okay, pointed towards the tip of the raptor mouth.
No, the backside.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
This should point.
Yes, pointed towards it. Yes,
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. Okay.
You're correct.
0.8.
0.8 forward of the center of the plate,
okay.
And 0.75 up from the bottom.
Cool.
You don't have to worry about that.
I don't have to worry about that.
You don't have to worry about that.
I'm just going center to center.
Yeah, so I'm doing them 1 inch apart.
Okay, I'll do that before I split this then.
Great.
To make it easier.
This has an auto shut off.
Nice. Enough space to split this right down the middle and get our two pulley blocks.
The number of times
I'm
at that exact level of tolerance.
It's just
almost constant.
We just call that luck.
You know it's on set work when you're tapping with a drill.
I don't even think twice about it anymore.
No, I know.
Yeah. Just gotta send it.
It was getting past my set brain was the hardest part about me really embracing accuracy.
Yeah, I've gone the opposite.
I can get by eye within 10, 15 thou.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. And on set, that is plenty.
Yeah, that's more than plenty. That's like, why are you taking so long?
Exactly.
Just put a hole, break the tap off in the hole. Great, it's locked.
All right, so these cables, which will be the main energy transfer unit of our mechanism, need to have a really, really perfectly rigid stop. And I'm going to use a cable crimp, which is basically a tube of copper that you use a pair of crimpers to deform the copper around the wire. And I know that doesn't sound like incredibly robust, but like half of the modern world is held together this way. I have these little copper ferrules, which maybe you can tell that hole is too small for this cable. And in order to drill this hole out from whatever it is, maybe 20 thou, to 62 thou to this, I'm using my jeweler's lathe, my watchmaker's lathe. And it's the first time for an industrial kind of thing. So here we go. I'm gonna put in the speed wedge, and I've got the drill bit of the right size here. Oh, whoops. My drill bit wasn't tight enough. Classic move. Okay, so that was successful. We are going to pop this out, and I'm going to try crimping it on the cable, and we'll see if it works. How's that?
Looks great. I wouldn't hang on it, but
yeah, no, but it should be enough for us.
That's gonna be fine. Yeah,
I'm gonna
because it's gonna have. There's a little bit of a bend too, so it's not even ever fully pulling on.
Right.
Thing.
It's yes, right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna drill out 6 of these because we need 4, right?
Yep.
I'm so grooving on working at this ridiculously tiny scale. This is crazy awesome. All right, yeah, here we go. I'm just so psyched to work so tiny. I just can't even get over it. All right, here we go. I'm having a lot of fun. We are proceeding really well. This is the business end of this mechanism. This is the pulley that is at the jaw that allows the cable to move the jaw. And both pulleys are done. We are working on their interface right now with the jaw, how they attach to the jaw, and also working about how to actuate them. So this is the other end of the equation. When you pull this, it turns this, which opens the jaw of our dino. Everything's going great. We've made a couple of mistakes here and there, but we've adjusted to them. Victor is very much in an on-set mindset, which is my mindset as well, and I'll demonstrate it to you with this. This plate here, which is the back of the head, started out as a highly precise drilled triangle of these 3 brass pins so that they matched this plate down here. But then, as I needed to fit it to the organic shape of the back of the head, I ended up cutting parts away, and I needed access, so I cut more parts away. And what you can see is that there's barely a square edge on this thing. That is like on-set engineering. The critical measurements are always there and square, but everything else is just left to be kept out of the way of the mechanism. But yeah, we should be able to see this dino talking by the end of today. These might be beautiful tips, but don't let nylon fool you. It wants to melt right away. I can smell it wanting to melt right now. This is it, 800 RPM.
Yeah. I was going too fast.
I hate working with nylon, but when you have it set up right and you're using a mill that can go slow enough, it's amazing. Oh, gorgeous. See, normally, if I was machining this for a personal project, I'd make sure that these 2 slots were the same length, that they ended at the same spot and began at the same spot, and they were bilaterally symmetrical. On set work, no time. I just want to make sure that this is roughly adjustable. 0.97 plus 0.38. You could carry this bucket of water. 1.35.
Oops, wrong one. This job is like just taking stuff apart and putting it back together again, and taking stuff apart and putting it back together again.
That's how I fix almost everything. I'm going to go with this. Yeah, better. I can feel it. There we go. That should be that. Yeah, that should be that. So I'm going to cut that there. Yeah, here we go. Ow! Ooh. There we go. It does not matter which side of this sees the dino. Beautiful. That's not going anywhere.
Gorgeous.
Okay. All right. So now, yeah, we're almost there.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to take out a bunch of this weight. Right. You do that. That's what we mean when we say that nylon can be grippy. I did not grab it tight enough. I did not destroy this part, however. It is salvageable. All right. I made it nice and light.
Perfect. Oh yeah, look at that. It's a lightning hole.
That should
Yeah.
still provide plenty of structure.
Look at that. No, it's great. Yeah.
I lightened this because it's way out at the end of there, which means I'm holding all of that weight with my core extended out to the tail. So every bit I can keep this light. That's why all of this is so aerated, as it were. The better for me, the operator.
Nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're ready to go.
Yeah.
That's still nice and light. I'm
Yeah.
really happy with that. And this should technically still fit. I'm not even going to try it.
No, it's going to be fine. We have changed nothing that should make any difference on that.
As soon as you have those in, we can...
Yeah. Yeah, let me just do this and make sure they're not all bound up.
All right. So
Okay.
we can
put this
put the head on.
in the head. Yeah.
The term for what you're doing right now is workbenching.
Yep.
You've heard workshopping.
Workbenching.
This is workbenching.
Somebody's got to do it.
We'll find it later.
Yeah.
Me. We'll eventually get there. I'm kind of punchy.
Whoa,
Oh, God!
whoa.
All right.
Well, I can see one of them.
Okay, where?
There.
Excellent. To be honest, fitting the eyes, which is the next build,
It's going
will
to
be
easy.
much easier
Yeah, it's
compared to
gonna be
all of
easy.
this.
It's just going to be a thing you build on the bench and
Yeah, and built a
Pot
little
in place.
floating platform, secure it in.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Sweet.
now we can lay this in here. And I'm going to grab the right. Yep, there it is. Yep. This is the moment of truth. Did I get all the persuasions right as we transferred the old version of the build to the new version of the build? And can we still?
And really didn't draw much up at all.
No, I don't think we drew a thing. We just kept on working off of our
exquisite corpse.
So that's that, and then this comes in here.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'll buy that.
Yes.
Sweet.
And I think she even comes back a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe like that. And I don't feel a ton of slop or rattle.
Cool.
There's a precious little racking.
Yeah. I think most of the flex is in this center mount
I think
thing.
you're right. And
Yeah.
we can eliminate that later with another block.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't think we're opening more than about that.
And I think it actually needs to come back further. I think that sits on that, right? That
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that little
comes back
groove.
a little even more.
Yeah.
So we can make a little mark.
Yeah. A little bit more, actually.
A little bit more.
I don't know. I'm just going purely based on
Yeah.
getting
No, I
that
would go off
nested.
of. Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. And then
Because it'll rock on that
and I
pivot,
think
sort of. I mean, but
rocking
that's.
I think that's
it's
great.
fine.
And I think that's our absolute end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
So now I'm feeling great about this.
I know. So now we're gonna run some cable. Well, we're gonna put the hand.
Right. We got the handles and the cable running.
And we got to spring it shut.
That's the other part.
Yeah. Or just an elastic return of some kind.
An elastic. I feel like elastic is a good bet.
And when we do that and we're comfortable with not needing to pull it closed, this whole thing can.
Oh,
can
right,
come
because
off.
we're just pulling from one direction.
If we're just pulling it open, then we can lose half of that whole block.
And that's a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Oops.
I gotta say, I appreciate my own modularity on this rig.
Yeah, it's been really retrofittable, and workable. It's good. Which was an accident.
Well, it's sort of an accident. The moment I started putting it together, I realized, I'm going to need to pull this apart like a million times.
Yeah. No, it's good. This whole jaw setup is great, and the in-out adjustability.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
All right, so.
And then the suede stuff doesn't explode. You should still use the heat trick, but it doesn't explode like non-wire.
I didn't realize that it.
And then it explodes on me.
Always.
I've had good luck with swaged. There we go. That one was better.
Okay.
I think it's going to be easier to go in this way and out, and then.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Right. Here, let me get this out of here for you.
And so then to cable it. We can do it. There we go. So pull this out.
Right. Once we have the closed mech, the open mech, then all we need to do is spring against that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, I see. You're going to heat it under there.
Yeah, and we'll just trim it back. Of course, I can't see if I'm actually, yeah.
You are. Excellent.
There we go.
There she is.
Nice.
Crimper.
Johnny Crimpo.
Johnny Crimpo.
Where art thou? All right, so I'll pull the rest through here. So we can actually
we can put that through and crimp.
We can crimp that one now. Yeah.
But this crimps after going through.
Yes. Yeah. So loop that in and then crimp it, and then I'll pull it back.
Gotcha.
And it'll go in there, and then we'll crimp this side, and then this, and we'll crimp this side when we have it back on the jaw because we'll have to hold it.
Yes.
Closed. Or just rope it closed or whatever.
I'm not going to worry about the inside yet. Or I guess,
okay.
Yeah, let's not worry about that.
Sure.
It'll just inhibit us.
And so what we need to do is just like clamp that
like
close.
That.
Yeah, and
then really, let me get you something like that.
Yeah, I can. We could. Yeah, actually, I mean, if we want to just see it move right now, we can do that.
Oh no, I was just thinking for the tensioning for.
No, I can just pull it.
Okay,
see, I already did kind of on that one, and so I need to just pull this through again. Great. I mean, pretty much just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's holding itself closed. Now we just crimp this side, and then everything else we do here.
All right.
And we'll see. This is going to let us see how far open the stock travel gives us.
Gotcha.
So, okay.
We also have even a little adjustability here too.
Yeah, that's true. That's another tensioner.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we should be able to make
if you do both of them at once, this jaw should move.
Oh! Ah!
There we go.
Dude! Oh my God, it's so easy.
With the both?
Yeah.
I'm glad we did both
With
then.
the both. I am so glad we did the both.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It won't feel, I don't think you'll be fighting the spring because gravity will be helping you pull it down once it's in the right configuration.
So let's break for lunch and then figure out how to spring it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ah! Looks like you and I both ground plenty of clearance in all 4 of those holes.
Nice.
And let's bring both back and tension them both together.
Okay.
Rather than one locally right above.
Yep.
Okay, we've got beach on here, so we can...
And then we can also, I mean, if we did this, if we flip it, then we can actually just do it to just enough tension.
Right.
Instead of pulling it super tight.
Yes. Oh, right. So you want to get it up right now?
I say we get it up right now, and then we can really dial in that.
Yeah. All right. And I got one side here and one side here.
So we need more than that. That's getting there. Yeah. I think that feels pretty tight again now.
Does it?
Yeah.
So the other that feels, but it's still letting go.
Yeah.
How about go while I'm holding this? Go ahead.
Okay.
And I can spin this around. You can let go.
Do-si-do.
Okay. And I've got her. Yeah, I've got her head.
All right.
Is that better?
That's better than it was before, actually. It's a stiff pull, but it's a lot better.
How do we... Wait, so I'm not holding the jaw.
Right.
Okay, so I'm lessening the tension here.
I mean, that's, yeah.
Is it getting better for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's great. I like the idea of all of it terminating here.
Yeah, and just doing like a little pigtail
zip tie.
Yeah.
Here, let's try that. One-handed zip tie operation, which
need
really should be a
more
job
hand.
interview.
Is that the set tech version of making an omelet?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. I think most of the it's holding the head straight while you do it. That's the difficult part.
So the other trick is that in general, the head is much more. It's much more. You're much more like that.
Yeah. So like like that. The struggle for me is keeping the head up.
Right.
Like if you hold the top of the nose,
Yeah.
I can do that
Great.
all day.
So then what is needed on the handles? Do we need to turn something to give more grip there?
I think we need a palm swell. Yeah, something.
Yeah, so maybe like a Delrin, a rough Delrin, something we can just pin on there?
Yeah, because right now my palms are just jamming into that.
I would tackle that, but I feel like you have a little more experience with puppeteering palm rests.
Wait, you mean just a wad of propoxy that I hold as it cures?
That is totally an option.
No, we'll do something that I think we can adjust a little bit more.
And then the other one is, there's no reason we can't have something here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Right? Just to help with that head buoyancy.
That's actually...
And on that front, I'm not sure that bungee isn't the right way to go.
Yeah.
Right? Because I can come off to a...
can we do this? Yeah, let's do that too.
Okay, let's give that a shot.
Yeah, that's going to make a huge difference.
So how is... Actually, tell me how that is with head movement and jaw. Like,
so if I could have my hand up here, it'd be great.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Awesome. So I'm going to do a fisherman's knot here then.
Yeah, but already, feel that for yourself, right? Just piloting that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Massive difference.
And then if you could just have better leverage on that squeeze, I think the jaw would be okay.
I'll have to make a stop there. Right, this thing doesn't, that's right. I gotta get a...
Oh, does this thing spin?
No, it doesn't, and it needs to. So I need to put collar stops here.
Yep.
Is what I need to do.
Yep.
I'm really happy with elastic here.
Yeah, that just transforms the performability of that head. Yeah.
So I would love to work on the mouth mechanics while you're working on those guys and making that more comfortable.
Yep.
Ah! Oh! Ah! Wow. One thing that I know right now is that I'm going to get some footage on my phone of her moving her head around and making mouth movements. And then I'm going to go home tonight and moon over them for hours. Yeah. That's one of my favorite parts of a build. Going home for the night, thinking about tomorrow. We are very close on her movement. We're still trying to make the control surface back inside the body something that utilizes all the strength that your hands can bring inside a tiny operating envelope. Once that is sorted, we're going to put a neck on her and get some shots and just see how she moves. And then mechanics are done. The next step for her is to do some painting on the inside of the lips, because we never did any of that. And then after that, it's getting this business to start to move. And this may just be against the back with a counterweight, like I did for No Face. No Face's tongue was on a counterweight. So as I moved my mouth around, it just flapped around. It was really neat. Victor is making a case for a Mark Satrakian tongue mech, which is completely worth trying. But I'm going to start with the counterweight. There you go, sweetie. Don't you have something you want to say? There we go. Yes, by the way, grips who are watching, I do have my C-stand mounted backwards. I am sorry. I can hear you yelling at me. This is like old commercial work for me.
Do you have corner rounding end mills?
I do.
Cool.
This is all an experiment just to see if I can get better behavior out of this neck.
I like using lathe tooling as spacers for lathe tooling.
100%.
Yeah,
Yep. If you got it, flaunt it. Okay, so that is not moving anywhere. And that goes in there, and that goes in there. And so the question is, does that give me anything better than what I had? Oh, yeah! Oh, dude. Oh, wow!
We still need the palm swell.
Yeah,
this is really good, but having something to push into here.
I even think maybe we could come in there in the middle here.
Yeah.
But, dude, she looks great.
Yep.
Give us a kiss. Wow. Oh, yeah, there you go. Hold on. There it's... You can have access.
Oh, yeah. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. There we go. Definitely palm.
Yeah.
Palm
you
reps.
just want to jab.
I want to be able to
palms
push
in.
into them.
Yeah.
You want to puppeteer her while I take a look?
Sure, of course.
Oh, look at that. Oh, fabulous. Yeah, that's plenty of... I was worried back there that it's not enough movement, but it's plenty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. God, she's gorgeous. Oh, yeah, you are so pretty, Miss Thing. Oh, amazing. Yeah. I think, wow, yeah, dude, this view, it's evolutionary. You're like, whoo, that top to bottom she does.
Yeah, this is like the move, right? It's when you counter.
Wow. Oh my God, there's so many behaviors. Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm just so gobsmacked by how alive she is. This time. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You should not hit your dinosaur. It is not, these are apex predators. They'll die before they submit to you. You have to make everything seem like their idea. The counter, and again, from back here, it does not feel like you're doing enough.
Yeah.
And up front, not an issue at all. And I don't even think the head needs to go up higher.
Yeah.
Someday I hope she has hot breath coming out of these nostrils, but she speaks. She speaks. Yes. Ah, you are so pretty. Dude, I can't thank you enough for coming up here and walking me through this. I see now that I was close, but I also didn't feel like I was anywhere close enough to finish it on my own.
Yeah. Well, happy to help.
She's
pleasure.
a real looker, man. I can't believe how much easier it is to operate from back there.
Yeah. Well, and also adding the elastic to make the head more buoyant, and then adding this, it just makes the whole thing much more performable.
Also, I really appreciate. Thanks for all this loosey-goosey on-set work has been super invigorating for me.
I'm glad we didn't have to hold tents because I'm not in that kind of shape right now.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
I'm gonna paint her, and we'll bring you back up for a reveal.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you guys for joining us for this beautiful gal, and I will see you next time. Cheers. Thank you guys so much for watching. I wanted to remind you about some classic merch we still have available at adamsavage.com, specifically these beautiful pouches. I use these like sidecars for everything I do. I've got them in different categories and different colors, and if you want to know what's inside them, we also sell patches that label them, like for cables or pencils, or if you just want to represent the Savage logo. We also make these in 2 different sizes, small and large, for whatever needs you have. They're available right now at adamsavage.com.